morning, everybody. It is Halloween this evening for me in Australia. I hope you guys have a great time. Everyone stays safe trick-or-treating and you're having lots of fun with the kidlies or the pets or the fams, or if you're staying at home and just waiting for the kids to bang on the door and then you just shoo them away or you ignore them. Whatever you do on Halloween, I hope you have a great one. But today we are here because it is weigh-in Wednesday. Now, I did not think we were going to get a weigh-in today, but I'm glad that she did one to give us an idea of where she's sitting. Let's see what the big reveal is today, whether she's gained, stayed the same, or if shock upon shock, she's actually lost weight this week. I would be surprised if she did after that pasta, but let's give it a go.
October 30th. 153.9. I'm going to do it again just to make sure. Okay. The exact same. What the heck? Okay, so 150.
She's calling this a plateau. How could it be a plateau if you're heavier than what her last week's was? No, last week she was 154 last week, wasn't she? I'm going to have to go back and have a look. In the picture, she was 153.9 last week, not 151.5. So she's made a mistake there. Today is 53.9. So she has stayed the same weight, but it's not a plateau. A plateau indicates that you have been working, losing, and you've just stagnated for a couple of weeks in a row. Some people stagnate for a month and then they'll change just one thing and then they plateau. A week is not a plateau. No, babes, no. Oh, whatever.
Going for your lips. You're missing out.
I don't know if she knows this, but literally every girl when I went to high school in year 9, 10, 11, 12, it was the jam to have your jar of Vass in your bag, especially in winter time. We put it on our brows, we put it on our lips. I used to have to put it down underneath my ears for nighttime because my skin used to get so dry under my ears that they would split in the night during the winter when it got really cold and dry. I'd have to put it under my earlobes to stop them from splitting. Girl, Vaseline is no big mystery. It is one of the great beauty products of the 1950s. It's been around for ages. You're not the first one to discover it, sweetheart. It was that way because it's a budget buster. It's cheap as chips. That's probably why you love it, because it's cheap.
So,
yeah, they look great.
Putting my hijab a little more under my chin so that
plural,
it stays in place more. I think that's the key, but we'll see.
What's with the voice? Why are we doing Demonstrator Kathy voice? I hope she doesn't do this the entire video because I'm not enjoying.
If you're a hijabi, you know about slippage. It's real. Okay,
yeah, but I don't want to go there, but yeah, okay, I'm not going there. But there's a reason why you don't take the time to learn how to put a hijab on properly, and I wouldn't put you in the same group as other hijabis. You're a person who wears a hijab, not a hijabi. That's all I'm going to say.
Beautiful cat is here. Do you want to say hi to the people?
Don't care.
And I was dreading this weigh-in, guys. I was dreading this weigh-in. You have no idea.
Why, Chantal? Chantal, why would you be dreading a weigh-in if you were doing really well and using your treadmill? Why? I would only suspect... I can't talk like this for much longer. I would only suspect that you would be dreading the weigh-in if you knew you'd been eating like crap all week and not doing any exercise or putting any effort in. That would be the only reason why I can understand why you would be nervous or dreading a weigh-in.
Yeah. I was almost not going to do it and just like do my thing where I'm like, I don't want people to talk about my weight. I don't want people to talk about my struggles anymore. Like, I don't want to give people fodder.
Then stop talking about it on your channel. Stop making it your content. We react and respond to the things you do. So when you are dieting and failing, and when you are dieting and succeeding, and when you are being active and when you're not being active, and when you're talking about exactly what you're eating, and then you go on to do a mukbang like you did yesterday when you are supposed to be on a lifestyle change, don't put that on your channel if you don't want people to have thoughts, opinions, comments, or critique it. It's as simple as that. But if you don't put that on your channel, what are you going to put on your channel? So we know why you are still talking about it. It's not because you give a shit about it or you really want to try it. It's because it's the only thing that you have in your skill set. You are super morbidly obese people. That is clear to see. Super morbidly obese people tend to try and lose weight. Hence why you try to make yourself a weight loss channel. Now you have diabetes. You have another health concern that you let the world know about. People are going to talk about it. The way that you eat is a direct correlation to who you are. You have made it that way.
To attack me over things anymore. And I was just gonna I was in the mood to just clam up and keep all weight loss stuff off of my channel.
Babes, you couldn't if you tried. It's part of your personality. You have to talk about it.
Until I've made some progress, respectable progress, significant progress, I should say. Because
babes, then your channel would be dead forever. Because you've been trying to have progress for 8 years now, nearly 8 years, and it's not happened. The only significant weight loss you've ever had was when you were on the Coca-Cola and taking mad illegal drugs. Babes, stop kidding yourself.
Progress is respectable, but how Nick Akano did. He came back when he was...
Girl. No. That's funny. That is so funny that she could imagine herself doing something like that. You tell us about your farts, your burps. You jiggled your belly at us on camera. You've told us about the size and colour and shape and smell of every man you've ever been with, except for Salah, because that's embarrassing. We know every single tiny thing about you because you've told us. You could never go away for a year and lose all that weight and then come back and be like, $1 billion. You could never, ever. You need the attention.
The end stages. Same with people like Obese to Beast. I'm sure they had many, many struggles. And one day it just stuck. They were able to keep going longer and longer.
Yeah, but do you know why it probably stuck? I think Nick Avocado is just one stubborn, Machiavellian, laser-focused, villain or superhero. I don't know where you sit with him, but there's something mentally upset. He has a sort of sheer act of will that is scary. Obese to Beast, I think, probably sourced out resources, support, advice, information to get where he's going, and he probably stumbled and fell a bunch of times, but he stayed actually on the right path for a long time. You walk 3 steps, sit down by the side of the road and have a snack because you're worn out. You are not on the same journey as these people, and it's hilarious to me that you would compare yourself.
Inconsistent. Now, I still haven't ordered any fast food. My macaroni bechamel is not fast food. It's
Okay, so guys, this is where she starts she's literally just jump aboard the denial train. Woo, all aboard. She's girl, just because it's not a burger, just because it's not a pizza, just because it's not chips, just because it's not something that you would classically call takeaway, makes it's takeaway food, it's fast food. I want to hear why she is justifying this now. I'm sure there's going to be more after this, but this is just going to be one of the many reasons why she was nervous about the weigh-in.
Homemade pasta.
It's homemade pasta when it's made at home. If you order pasta from an Italian restaurant, that is not homemade. It may be a homemade recipe, but it is not homemade.
And I haven't had any fast food joints since Thailand still. Maybe that is having an impact.
So it's got to be a franchise, an American franchise, for her to call it a takeaway food. Is that how she's categorizing it? Because I could go down to my local burger shop, because it's not a franchise, doesn't make it any less of fast food. I could go up to sushi's still a takeaway food. It's still fast food, but it is just depending on what you order, can be a healthier option like anything. She's kidding herself. She's in denial. Saying that what she's been ordering is not fast food is ridiculous. You can make a hamburger at home. You can make fish and chips at home. You can make a pizza at home. You can make that pasta that you had at home. You can make any of the foods that you buy pretty much at a fast food shop at home. Doesn't make it any less of a fast food. If you've ordered it and somebody else has prepared it, it is considered takeaway or fast food. Right? It just is.
On me not gaining weight, because I have been overeating.
Yeah, we know.
Quite a bit more than when I was on track. And I haven't done the treadmill in a few days now.
Mm-hmm.
And
to be honest, I doubt that other than getting her lubed up and stretched out and geared up, the treadmill's not actually going to be affecting her weight loss. It's just going to be making her more mobile, which is great, I'm not discouraging the treadmill at all. I really hope she gets back on it. But as far as it impacting her weight loss, nah, you can't out-exercise a trash diet.
That's just because I'm so unmotivated right now, and I'm having trouble with my sleep, and I'm just off track. It's just hard. I want to get back on track,
but you wanted that big brick of pasta more than you wanted to be on track.
I do plan to. I think that I'm going to wait till after Halloween. I know that sounds so typical and so like, I'm going to wait till next Monday kind of thing. And it is. I want to have treats for Halloween.
But it sounds like, Foodie, that it doesn't matter if you're on a diet by deadline or not. You're supposed to be on track now, and you've been eating off track. So why does saying, I'm going to try mentally again after Halloween, that it doesn't seem to make, it's not like a signed contract. You're going to go to court if you break your diet. You're only breaking your diet to yourself, and you've already done that. You've been doing that for the last 2 weeks. What's going to change after Halloween? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Here's what she doesn't understand is that the effort that she could have put in the last 2 weeks by eating good, eating healthy, staying within a reasonable calorie deficit, not 1,200, maybe 1,600 to 1,800 for her because she's got food issues or whatever. That is me as a layperson just throwing out a number that I would consider somebody like her be able to completely eat around and feel satisfied. By doing those things for the last 2 weeks, you could have actually taken Halloween as a day where you indulged yourself a little bit. Allowed yourself to have a couple of candy bars as a diabetic that you shouldn't be having. But this is where all the hard work pays off, because you're in the habits, you know how to eat, you're affecting change, and then if you have a special occasion that's coming up, you can work that into your day or your lifestyle. It's not, I'm going to overeat every day for the next 2 weeks, and I'm going to give up because a special occasion's coming up that I really enjoy. And then I'm going to start after that. Your mindset is still not where it needs to be.
Comfort thing for me, and that's what I'm having major issues with, is the comfort part, getting rid of that comfort. But I'm getting better, because I used to just order tons and tons of fast food. So I think,
but overeating on any food is still part of the problem. It's not the fact that it's takeaway, that food that you used to overeat on. It's the fact that you overeat, full stop. Just because you're now having to prepare the food doesn't change the fact that your calorie intake is still maintaining a very large body mass. Great, she's not gained. She's not gained, which is fantastic. She didn't put on another 5 pounds, but she's still eating enough to maintain a 400-pound body.
That maybe I haven't gained weight. I'm really surprised that it stayed the same.
Which tells me she expected to put on just as much weight as she did last week, because she was either eating the same or worse.
Because Like, I thought maybe does not have.
Nobody cares.
High-tech scale.
Nobody cares.
Monsa is a Kuwait brand. So yeah, I don't know. I think I was the exact same weight last time I weighed, and I had been up a little bit last time too, and it kind of makes sense that I would stay the same because I have been eating the same in a way, same patterns, but just eating more. So, for example, I bought those 3 big bags of broccoli. I have 1 left, and it's only been like a couple days or so. Because, you know, if I feel like...
She's going to sit there and she's going to try and tell us, guys, I've plateaued because I'm eating on broccoli. Girl, stop it. Nobody got fat on broccoli. People got fat on the cream that they put on the broccoli. People got fat on the cheese they put on the broccoli. They get fat on all the other crap that they put around the broccoli. I imagine she sits there and eats an entire bowl full of broccoli to feel full. To try and replicate the dopamine rush, the mouthfuls, like she's trying to replicate the sensation on a low-calorie food, which she's probably added a lot of high-calorie extras to make it taste good. She's trying to imagine she's eating a big fat burger, but she's actually just filling up on broccoli, because when she finishes the broccoli, she still wants something else. But she thinks it's a good trick to try and trick her brain into doing something else. But if she ate the broccoli and had some lean chicken meat with it, and perhaps like 1 or 2 little potatoes on the side, and maybe some Brussels sprouts or something with it, something else fibrous, and or you know, maybe something crunchy. Maybe she could make herself some zucchini chips or something to give her that crunchy texture, not just the sloppy mush. She would find that meal a whole lot more satisfying and maybe not go on to OE. Like she's not doing it with the right foods at the right time in the right way, and she wonders why she's failing.
Eating something at night, I'll usually make like a whole bag of broccoli. It's a low calorie volume food, and I'll just put like a bit of soy sauce or something.
Oh, she's trying to replicate. She's trying to fill up on the broccoli instead of the ramens. That's what it is. The broccolis are to try and replace the ramens.
Thing on it, sometimes a little bit of butter. I try not to overdo it with the butter. It's just these little things that I try really hard, and you wouldn't believe the willpower it takes, even just from changing, and number one, not eating fast food when I was eating it like twice a day.
Where was your willpower yesterday? Because she's absolutely convinced that she didn't have takeaway yesterday. You haven't got the willpower. That's your problem. You don't have any willpower, and willpower doesn't make you diet. It's the confidence that you get once you see results, knowing that the food I've been putting into my body and the exercise that I've been doing is actually doing something to my body. It's making me stronger. I'm getting fitter. I feel better. My skin gets better. My energy levels are up. I can see a change in my clothes. The numbers are shifting on the scale. I can feel an improvement. That's what makes you go back to doing the right things. And that's what continues on doing the right things. It's not sheer willpower, it's habits formed.
Okay. But even just making a little change, like not adding 2 to 3 tablespoons of butter and only adding a teaspoon. Just that cut down takes a lot of willpower and a lot of strength, inner strength. And I guess sometimes you just get tired. You just get really tired and burnt out. And I think that's what's happening with me right now. And also, just like I said, fall, Halloween, it's like a comfort time for me. And I'm seeing all these, like, you know, treats on online grocery stores, like, or like restaurants, like dessert places that have like
Then stop looking for the things that trigger you. Don't click on the video with the Halloween cupcakes. Don't troll through food TikTok. You know you've got all these triggers. Don't watch them. Don't indulge in them. Go and look at maybe some chicken recipes. 50,000 ways to eat roast chicken. Salmon, 75 ways. Why are we looking at Halloween cupcakes when you know it's a trigger? It's like, I don't want to say that word, but it's like she's trying to skirt around eating them by just looking at them. It's like, no, it just makes your addicted brain scream at you, get me cupcakes, get me cupcakes, get me cupcakes, we want cupcakes. Instead of looking at the foods that you know that you should have, maybe you should start trying to indoctrinate your eyes to enjoy and want and desire fresh, healthy, whole foods with lean meats. Look at those pictures. Seek out that food. So that is what your body goes, that looks really delicious, not the cupcakes. You've got to rewire your brain in a way. Whether this is cognitive behavior, I don't know. I'm just an idiot who lost weight, who knows what the triggers are. I used to sit there and watch TV when I used to watch free-to-air TV, and TV ads would come on, and I would see McDonald's, and I'd see Pizza Hut, and I'd see KFC, and then you'd sit there and be like, fuck, I want KFC now. It's because you're looking at the foods and you know what it tastes like, and you know like that you've enjoyed it in the past. Your brain and your body remembers. But now that I don't watch free-to-air, and even when I was dieting and stuff, I used to change the channel, but no, I'm not looking at that because I know what exactly would happen. It would mean that I'd sit there and think about Pizza Hut for 2 days, and then I'd have to have Pizza Hut, and then it would throw me off track. So you'd have to avoid the things that trigger you. But she leans into it.
And cupcakes, and Krispy Kreme has pumpkin spice donuts, and I'm not usually a sweet tooth person, but just
That's
the fact
a lie.
that it's like pumpkin spice and like reminds me of all the fun I've had in the fall at home back in Canada and wanting to bring it here.
She's not a sweets person. She's not a sweets person. Sala bought her an entire tray of sweets for Eid. I think it was Eid? Yeah, it was Eid. And she sat down and took a bite out of each and every one and ate a couple of them. But she doesn't have a sweet treat, but she ate at least half a tray, which was a pound, over a pound. Oh, what was it? It was like 2 pounds of sweets. And she ate almost half of it and touched and took a bite of at least every single one of them. But she doesn't have a sweet treat. The box of Lokmas doesn't have a sweet tooth. She ate an entire dessert pizza on her own. Doesn't have a sweet tooth. Stop it.
It just makes me crave, like this time of...
Those 54 chocolate bars in one bag that was supposed to be for guests. I don't have a sweet tooth.
It makes me crave comfort food in general, you know. Pot pies, rich pastas. Stews are fine. They can be made to be healthier. So, it's...
See, that's what she doesn't understand. That bechamel, that dish that she had yesterday, that could have been made to be a healthier version. And eat a smaller portion. You could add a hell of veggies. You could put zucchini in it. You could put carrots in it. You could grate them up. Put some onion in there. You know, put some celery as your base and put that in your, like, cook that off. Put your sauce. You make it with light cream. It's the buttery version because you've got to use a certain amount of fat to milk and flour ratio to get the right kind of roux. But if it's just the type of food that you're looking for without bechamel, you could just make it a creamy garlic sauce and use a light sauce and chicken stock for your flavour. There are tons of ways to make a dish like that so much healthier. Put some chicken breast in it. Bake it in the oven. Put some mozzarella on top. Like, bulk it out with veg, put some lean meat in there, get rid of a lot of your pasta and put a lighter base on it. And I used to eat something like that, actually. It was a pasta bake that was so good. And it was light, and that was the very first time that I lost weight. I made a pasta bake. It wasn't bechamel based, but it was like, it used to use EVAP milk, light EVAP milk, had onion, capsicum, mushrooms, meat. I might see if I can dig it up. It is a really good recipe. I used to make it all the time, and the reason I made it all the time is because my son loved it. It was so tasty. It was so delicious. It was a healthier option. It was from a health diet book. It was from Annette Syms books, and she's very famous for her recipe books. And that's how I lost the first time I lost weight, when I lost, like, what did I lose? About 65 kilos the first time I lost it on my own by using her recipes, and that was one of them.
I know it's probably not going to look like something spectacular, this journey that I'm doing. But like I said, I'm not coming on here at the end of the journey when there's success, great success, something to brag about, 100 pounds lost kind of thing. I'm really just trying to cope, and I'm dealing with small changes right now. And And I do want to get back on the track that I was before, when I was like consistently losing and I was down to 151.5. I want to get there again, and I want to just one step at a time. I want to get out of the 150.
What weight did she just say?
151, losing, and I was down to 151.5.
Girl, you lost water weight. You didn't lose any body weight. That was just you eating like leaner for a couple of days. Like maybe a week. You were eating like you were white knuckling it for a week. You haven't been on a diet for 2 weeks now. You've been off track more than you've been on track. You can't keep saying you're on a diet, because you're not. You're not on a lifestyle change because you're not. You're back to where you were. You're not as bad as you were at your peak OE, but you are there again. You are overeating. You were scared to do your weigh-in because you were scared you gained for the second week in a row. You are not on track, ma'am. You cannot do this on your own. You are giving yourself the worst advice. You are your worst coach. You are the worst dietitian for yourself. You cannot lose weight. You don't know how. You need to speak to a professional, a couple of them.
Get there again, and I want to just one step at a time. I want to get out of the 150 kgs. I want to be like, I want to see that 149 number, you know. But like I said, it's not just all numbers on the scale. I actually take comfort in the little accomplishments, like the no fast food, because...
But that's a lie you're telling yourself. You are telling yourself a lie that you've not had fast food. You have had fast food. That food, that I haven't looked at Suns' video yet to find out what exactly the calories were. Actually, I might just go do that right now. I went and checked out Suns' video. I'm going to put a screenshot up of what she's estimated the bechamel macarona to be. And it was 1,833 calories for what she ate. Okay? I went and had a look, because she says she's not eating takeaway. She would have eaten 3.3 Big Macs is equivalent to the serving of pasta that she ate yesterday. There's 560 calories in a Canadian Big Mac, and what she ate yesterday had 1,833 calories in it. So that's 3.3 Big Macs. So you may not have technically eaten McDonald's, but you ate the same amount of calories and almost the same, and actually it was in roughly about the same amount of fat. There's 29 grams of fat in a Big Mac. So just because it wasn't takeaway doesn't mean you weren't eating any better, or in her mind it wasn't takeaway. She sat down and ate 3 Big Macs yesterday, basically.
I actually take comfort in the little accomplishments, like the no fast food, because you guys know me, I was the biggest fast food addict. And the way I've been able to keep that away is eating adequate food here.
You are lying to yourself.
Kind of switching it up. You know, instead of a chicken royal, a bag of broccoli. Yes, I eat a lot of cheese and stuff like that, but I've had, you know, I do eat maybe the bags of chips I eat are so tiny.
This is like the people on Secret Eaters that go, well, I only eat salads and I only have chicken and I eat fruit. And then late at night you see them having like, oh, I have a Kit Kat occasionally. So they have a block of chocolate every night while they're sitting down watching TV, and a bag of crisps, and then they'll go and make themselves some like mini pizzas in the oven, or they'll have like 4 pieces of buttered toast. It's like, but I just can't figure out why I gained weight. It's because you're lying about what you're eating to yourself. It's like, because it's not a meal that I've taken to work and prepped myself, it doesn't exist. Stop. This is her, whatever her brain does. She's like a child, or like any person who doesn't want to lose weight, going, but I do this and I eat that and I don't understand why I can't lose weight and I'm doing so great. It's like, you put on 5 pounds last week. You can't be doing great.
Literally, when you dump the bag out, all the chips can fit in the palm of your hand.
And for the same amount of calories that you've dumped in the palm of your hand, you could probably eat 2 cups of grapes or a quarter of a watermelon. Just because it's a tiny portion doesn't mean it's low in calories. Hence why you're eating bags and bags of broccoli.
So even a few of those must be like the equivalent of a regular small bag of chips. So I buy those little bags of chips because I can still eat chips and it's not,
But when you eat 5 of them, it's the same as eating a big bag of chips or a medium-sized bag of chips. It's all about the calories, not the portion. It's still 5 portions. And a bag of chips usually only has 3 in them. So you might as well just buy the bag of chips and just stop lying to yourself.
Even after just 2 or 3 of those, I'm satisfied with that craving. But I am a little surprised because I thought, I gain weight fast. And I thought for sure.
You gain it fast because you eat an extreme amount of food. You can lose weight as fast as you put it on. A kilo a week you can lose a kilo a week, you can gain a kilo a week. People say, oh, I put on weight so fast. Yeah, but you can lose it just as fast as well if you eat right and exercise.
I would be up in weight. Another thing I've been loving to eat is cold cuts. I love deli meats. And
she loves anything salty, briny, fake, yeah, okay. Ham off the bone, lots of salt. Oh, she's just chicken, stripped, shredded roast chicken. You could roast 3 chickens at once and shred them up and put them in your freezer. Like, why buy cold cuts when you can prepare the meat yourself and slice it up and freeze it and have it for those days and have it all portioned up for when you do want some pasta, put some lean meat and put some broccoli on the side. She does, like, she hates to cook, but when she does cook, she's focused on that one meal. She's not thinking 2 or 3 days ahead when she knows she doesn't have the willpower to cook every single meal every single day. That's why food prep is so important. So the food is there at hand for you and it's already divided up. You already know what the calories are. You can stick to the plan. But she's just thinking about, fill my belly now. I want creamy, garlicky, salty, fatty stuff now. Must have it. Make lots of it. Eat it all. That is what her brain says. Her brain is not trying to help her at all. And she needs to see a therapist to help her figure this stuff out.
Instead of eating the high fat pork variety that I would eat in Canada, I get turkey, lean turkey, oven roasted turkey. And that must not have, it has a fraction of the calories. It's very low in calories.
But it's processed.
Low fat food. But it still feels like I'm eating cold cuts, So I'm trying to find little tricks like that. And I think they've kind of been working because my weight hasn't fluctuated like at all. I'm just staying the same, and that happens. You plateau a lot. So I think if I had been keeping up the treadmill, I think I would have been down a bit. For sure. Because when you work out, like I was doing the treadmill in the mornings, you get your metabolism working when you work out first thing when you get up. And your body is a calorie burning machine for a good part of the day.
Babe, you don't know how things work. Your body burns a certain amount of energy that you require to run your systems each day. Okay? That's going to happen regardless. And then it burns whatever you put into it. So if you require 2,000 calories to run your car, like it's like running a car, you put in a certain amount of petrol to make it go. If you require 2,000 calories to run your body and you eat 2,000 calories, your weight will stay the same. If you eat 2,500 calories, you're banking 500 calories. If you did 500 calories worth of exercise during the day, you are going to stay the same. You eating 3,000 calories a day and getting on the treadmill for 20 minutes to burn 100 calories is not going to make you lose weight. And it's not going to up your metabolism. It's going to have absolutely nothing to do with your metabolism whatsoever. You eat it and don't burn it, you gain weight or you stay the same. And you have other medical issues going on there that could be affecting the way you lose or gain weight. The diabetes I am heard can affect weight loss or weight stagnation. But your treadmill is not affecting your weight loss. It is helping you with your mobility. End of. Stop kidding yourself.
From what I've heard. So,
On TikTok? Did you hear it on TikTok?
Yeah. That's about it, I guess. I just wanted to update you guys. I know it's Weighing Wednesday. I was pretty discouraged before doing it, but I thought, I have to do it. I have to be holding myself accountable.
I actually think this is really not great. The fact that she says she's plateaued, and she's using diet language there too, so triggered. The fact that she didn't gain this week after eating off the rails and meals like yesterday is just, her brain's gone, well, looky there. I didn't gain any weight. Clearly I'm doing something right. I haven't gained weight this week. Whew, what a relief. It just enforces to her that she can eat crappy and not gain weight. It's just telling her that what she's doing isn't that bad. Well, she was expecting to gain weight, but she didn't. So it wasn't the behaviors that I just did. Just a small blip, just a small speed bump in my weight loss journey. It's telling her that she is okay and it's no big deal. She's reinforced all her feelings around food, which is not great.
And not just running away when it gets tough or when I think I've failed or I'm going through a hard part. And
no, you'll sit down and justify all of your food choices and describing all the things you think you're doing right. And noting them down. But I did this, but I did that, but not staying on track, staying on my exercise and not eating and looking for competent resources to help me through the tough times. Instead, we're going to use denial, deflection, and yeah buts.
I really, don't want to be so caring or give attention to negative people because it's everywhere. People just like coming for you the minute you eat something they don't think you should, especially carbs.
Girl, it's not the carbs, it's the fat and the portion size, and then you not saying it's takeaway. That's the problem. No, I'm not telling you to not eat carbs. The way you eat carbs and how much you eat, that freaks me out because there's not a person on the planet except maybe Dwayne Johnson who could eat that portion of food that you're having, and he would probably eat that on a cheat day. There is no way that what you ate yesterday is reasonable for any single human adult person to eat as a meal by themselves in one shot. You will never convince me ever that what you ate yesterday was okay. And I love that you can laugh how ridiculous it was. And carbs. Yeah, you have an issue. You are a diabetic. You ate 1,800 calories in one meal yesterday. One meal. It's so hilariously funny. It's so funny.
Imagine the hate I get over carbs. It's really funny. But, and I'm not talking about concerned people who have an opinion about carbs. I'm talking about
But if it's somebody who doesn't like you and somebody who does like you and sucks up your ass saying the exact same thing, why does it matter where it comes from? The advice is sound from both sides. We both look at the food and go, what the fuck, Chantal? You should not be eating that amount of carbs, fat and sugars and salt and cheese all in one go. Does it matter if we like you or not? If it makes sense, it makes sense.
Really crazy people come for you. But anyway, so this is Weighing Wednesday. I gotta crack down, man, because I really just want to have more stamina.
The crackdown. She's always like, I've really got to try hard. I've really got to set my focus. Girl, you have no. It's so. How are you going to crack the whip? Tell us what you're going to do different. What are you going to do different this time? You tried portioning up your little chip packets and you eat just 5 in a row. You say you're not eating takeaway, you're totally eating takeaway. You're getting into dramas, you're watching all the triggering food videos. How are you going to crack down? Tell us the ways you're going to crack down to make the change that works. I'm so interested to hear what you're going to do to crack down, crack that whip.
To do a lot of things. when we travel next. And yes, we're going together because I'm not traveling if he doesn't come with me. But no, there's no reason he wouldn't come with me unless
But babes, you had so much fun in Thailand by yourself. You said you had your own little routine. You could watch the thunderstorms out on the balcony. You were having your coffees. You had a personal close relationship with the people at 7-Eleven. You had a great time in Thailand. Why wouldn't want you travel alone? You got to have alone time. It was awesome.
it was an emergency situation.
Sure, whatever.
So, we'll be traveling together, inshallah. And I want to be in shape. I want to do some fun things, you know. I want to like snorkel and I don't know. We'll see. I don't even know if we can snorkel where we're going, but
A weird noise in the background. The husband just walked in to put the kettle on.
what I meant.
The idea of Chantal snorkeling, great. Absolute incentive, fantastic. I don't know if she'll ever be able to do it because of her blood clots in her lungs. It's not like it's scuba diving, but fantastic. She wants to put a little mask. She wants to put some flippers. She wants to scoot around the Gulf. Amazing. Wonderful. I don't see how she could probably do it now. It's just breathing through a tube. She doesn't want to do that as much as she wants to eat the pasta. It's as simple as that. What she says she wants, she doesn't want it as much as. Or she would be doing the things to get where she wants to go. It doesn't have enough value for her.
That would be fun because the Gulf Sea, you know. Anyways, this is encouraging me to get back on track.
Is
actually.
it?
And when I think about it, actually, I don't think I'm gonna wait till I might allow myself like a treat on Halloween, but I won't let it like fully derail me. So yeah. Friggin' tough.
No, you're not.
But at least I'm not 166 anymore. No, ma'am. I was very uncomfortable at that weight. So I think it does matter, like if you eat at home, even if you eat more at home, it's still like there's like calories and so many calories in fast food. It's crazy, you know.
She's delusional. If she thinks just because it's home food, it's less in calories, she's nuts. She is absolutely nuts. If I sat down and made that bechamel pasta at home following the exact recipe, it's still fatty and calorific. It's about the ingredients. It's not about the actual dish itself. Like, oh my God, she's so stupid.
A lot more than eating like 3 Baby Bell cheeses and a bag of broccoli, some turkey meat. Still less calories. Even just a Baby Bell cheese has 60 calories or 70 calories. So
And that's 180 calories for a snack. And then you've probably eaten 3 bags of chips after that, and then a bunch of olives and some pickles and some hummus and some bread. It all adds up. It all adds up. And then you go and eat an $1,800 calorie pasta. It all adds up.
that much. It's not bad. Unless you eat 10, but no, I don't eat that much.
Lie.
Maybe 3. I don't know. In one sitting, but I try to eat one. But they're so good. Have you guys ever had Baby Bell cheese?
Then don't buy them.
The temptation in life.
I have had them.
Yes.
I have had them and I've tried them and they're meh. I'm not really a cheese person. I'm not really a chocolate or a cheesy person. They're meh. The things that I can't have in the cupboard are like, I bought some and I haven't eaten any. Bought them for the hubby. Peanut bars, like the trail mix bars that have got a little bit of chocolate on them, ones with like almonds and cashews and pepitos and sunflower seeds, and then they dip them in like some kind of like sugary, syrupy, saucy thing to make them all stick together. You know, like a muesli bar, but nut bars. Oh my God, I love them so much, but I don't even look at the box. I don't touch the box. I don't go near the box. I rarely buy them, but I do buy them because my husband likes them. I worry every time, but I just don't touch them. And I still haven't eaten any of the sour strawberries and creams that my husband bought me. The packet is still unopened because I know what my triggers are and I just keep them away from me until I really want one. Like really, really, really want one.
She's a treat fiend as well. You should see her freak out when I get the treats out. Anyway, I guess I'll go for now. I just wanted to update you on what I'm doing. Yes, I've been in a rough patch since the last week. The first...
Babes. Your life has been a rough patch. Your life... You need an exfoliator. You need a moisturizer. Girl, you need to put some Vass on your life. Your life is a rough patch. And the reason it's a rough patch is because you're not doing anything different than you've ever done before.
A couple of days into the week. Went fine. Motivated, doing treadmill the last few days.
It's because you've had emotional upheaval, because you've been angry at FFG, and before that you were angry at Aisha, and then before that you're probably fighting with Salah. You've got to start looking at how you're feeling and how it reflects to how you're eating, because I've got the feeling as a non-medical professional that they are completely intertwined, and you need to fix that before anything is going to change your health and your weight. It's not going to affect your diabetes because your diabetes as is. But if you affect better lifestyle choices with food and exercise, that will help your mentals, and it will help with all the other things that are going on with you. It can only be beneficial. But until you look after that little fat toad that's squatting down inside of you, that is your emotional eating and your addictive personality, as a non-professional, that's what I think's wrong with her, nothing will change her.
So much. But I will get back on track, and I'm still not
okay, sure.
back up to where I was. I'll consider that some good progress.
Yep.
And again, no fast food. I do eat out. I want to, emphasize the difference between, yes, I eat out, but not fast food, which is my major addiction, Chicken Royal abstinence. Anyway. All right, guys. Thanks for listening to me. And if you're on a journey yourself, I wish you a lot of luck. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
Yeah, so that's Foodie just justifying, lying to herself, lying to her audience. And the little soft baby voice to try and soften the blow, because she's cow-eyed and she's ashamed. She's ashamed of herself for not losing weight, and she's absolutely relieved that she stayed the same weight, which just tells me she's eating hella calories to maintain her weight. But anyway, thank you, Sansa Cook, for letting us know what exactly was in that pasta. That was fantastic. And I hope everyone has a great day and a happy Halloween. And if you like this video, hit like. If you want to leave me a comment and tell me what you think about this video or Chantal's weigh-in today, put it in the comment section. Tell me about your favourite pasta dish and how you make it if you want to. And I will see you in my very next video. And please subscribe if you haven't already.